Hello, our dear viewers, and welcome to a new edition of the Daily Debate. And we'll start our debate today with the top stories, and we'll start with the new government that will take the oath at the presidential headquarters on Wednesday. A senior government source said the cabinet reshuffle includes 20 portfolios, adding that a comprehensive ministerial overhaul is taking place. The source said that includes integrating ministries and creating new ones within the framework of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi directives to develop the state policies with the aim of matching the challenges. According to the source, the overhaul will touch on big number of ministerial portfolios as well as the governors, adding that the new government would work along a specific program. The source said the top priorities of the new government is improving services, economic recovery and boosting investments. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli attended on Wednesday an international press conference which was held to announce a new investment cooperation between the state and the private sector. Addressing attendees, Madbouli said the state started investment cooperation with project in the new Al Alamein and Ras Al Hikma, adding that new Al Alamein and Ras Al Hikma projects were being established in the northwestern coast of the country. Madbouli reiterated that the state seeks to provide job opportunities through various projects. According to the Prime Minister, the state is working on hiking the numbers of tourists through increasing the hotel rooms. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry said on Tuesday that Egypt was keen to seriously be involved in a mediation effort to support efforts to achieve peace and stability. Speaking at the inaugural session of the 4th edition of Aswan Forum for Sustainable Peace and Stability being held in Cairo, the top diplomat noted that Egypt is in support of the peace efforts through active participation in peacekeeping forces and training African cadres in various fields. Shoukry added that this would contribute to supporting national state institutions within the framework of the Egyptian leadership in the field of rebuilding and development in the post-war phase. He said Egypt also contributes to such efforts within the framework of the chairmanship of the PAD Advisory Committee. Shoukry said the forum edition of this year was being held at a critical time for the whole world, notably Africa, with multiple geopolitical uncertainties and economic challenges. The minister further added that the international community was witnessing unprecedented wars in Sudan and Gaza in a way that necessitates adopting comprehensive visions in Africa to face peace and security challenges. And the women's empowerment effort progressing 11 years after the 30th of June revolution. More details in the following story.
Over the past 11 years, the political leadership has been establishing strong bases for empowering women, which has become an integral part of the state's policy to improve living conditions in the country, giving that women play an effective role in achieving comprehensive and sustainable development in any nation. The government successfully launched Tamkeen, or Empowerment, program in partnership with the National Council for Women, the United Nations, the European Union and embassies of Spain and Italy to support women's opportunities and rights in different fields and a wide range of sectors and activities. Women have enjoyed unprecedented support under President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who's been adamant on backing women to have further economic empowerment, in addition to providing them with training in numerous fields to help the country build an economically prosperous and sustainable future. Many laws have been amended and enacted to promote gender equality and defend the rights of women in all domains. Egypt has introduced a number of policies and programs to support women and girls' education, assist them to become successful entrepreneurs and community leaders, improve their health, as well as prevent and respond to violence against them. In fact, the new republic represents the golden era for Egyptian women, who assume unprecedented posts, as Egypt is the first country in the world to launch a strategy for empowering women. The golden age for Egyptian women began in June 2014 thanks to the presence of a political will that believed that empowering women was a national duty. From this standpoint, women's constitutional rights have been translated into laws, strategies and executive programs carried out by governmental and non-governmental agencies. The 2014 Constitution included more than 20 articles regulating the topics of citizenship, equality and criminalization of violence and discrimination. National Council for Women was reconstituted as the national mechanism concerned with empowering Egyptian women and achieving gender equality in February of 2016. The Council prepared the national strategy for the empowerment of Egyptian women 2030. Within the framework of Sustainable Development Goals in line with Egypt's Vision 2030 and in a participatory framework with all concerned parties and civil society, and approved by the President as the official working document for 2017.
Welcome back, our dear viewers, as we have watched in the report the progress for women empowerment throughout the past 11 years after the June 30th revolution. Our debate today will shed light about that, and we are having the honor to be joined today in the studio with Dr. Hana El-Kayali, our information technology expert. Dr. Hana, thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you. Nice
Thank you so much. Dr. Hana, to what extent women have actually enjoyed an unprecedented support under the leadership of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi after the June 30th revolution and throughout the past 11 years?
We have a huge impact for the empowerment of the woman. We have a lot of achievement that happened for a woman. We have in different level of opportunity. For example, the officers' judgment, justice house in the permanent, in the courthouse. We have a lot of first-time record for women to engage such a field.
Yes. Doctor, the file of empowering Egyptian women actually has witnessed an unprecedented boom, as you have just mentioned, locally and internationally during the past 11 years. Could you shed more light on Egypt's effort to support and empower women during the past years on different fields, as you have mentioned?
Okay. We have, first of all, the permanent. We have right now, we have the quota is 25,
yes.
But right now we have already 28% of the permanent.
Women, yes.
And we have like 30% of a whole position of deputy governor as well. This is a new one as well for women, yes, in Egypt. We have a lot of programs that prepare the woman for a leadership. For example, Women Leading the Future. This is like a program to make the opportunity for the woman to be a leadership. We have, for example, noticed that we have increase in exchange market. For example, that we have like 56% of exchanging in the market, yes, as a trade. We have, I mean, stocks, yes, exchange. Yes. And we have a very good numbers increases during this era of President Sisi, and empowering the woman. And we can call it the golden age
for Egyptian
women, yes, to involve all kind of levels of positions here in Egypt. And for example, we have the first law or program for women in the world, initiated only for women. So for 2030, this is one of the kind to improve how equally that can the woman improve their job or to apply even, yes, for specific jobs. Yes. It was before only for men.
Yes, indeed. Also, President Sisi has repeatedly asserted that women empowerment has actually crowned joint international efforts exerted over the past period to protect and enhance women's rights, and that is on the political, economic, and social levels. What is the importance of supporting women to guarantee the constant sustainable development in the country?
This is one of the most important, that women here in Egypt, to have the empower inside the market, so we can improve the lifestyle and even the income of our family as a family here in Egypt. If we have this kind of chances to improve herself and to apply for such what it wasn't before, and right now it's available.
Yes,
that is like achievement, and to be in such improvement for herself, and to be in such kind of, for like example, the Justice House, the Constitution, give us the Constitution right now, give the woman the right to be in any kind of field. For example, right now 44% of the human rights for women. This is a huge number, that implying that the woman that can improve her life and the family support, and we have a lot of programs for such things. And for example, the enhancing women participating the life, it makes the kids and the life itself during the day, it's something different.
Indeed. Also, Egypt has worked to issue many national legislations during the past years to empower women at the political and social and economic levels. How far these legislations have protected women from all forms of violence and discrimination, as well as preserving the rights, as you have just said?
Yeah, that's what's already improved by the law and by the attention or the support of the President Sisi, and to make the women have all the right without harassment, without making the equally with another gender, the gender equality. I mean, there is nothing is kept away from a woman, or this is just only for men. For example, the state councillor, it has been approved for women. Prosecution as well, it has been as well allowed for women. This is the first time in this 10 years during the era of President Sisi. That's kind of protecting, we can say. We can say it's a future to make the woman make she is already capable to do anything. So, but right now, with this kind of potential and attention from the President Sisi, make it happen.
Yes. Do you believe that this stereotyping of the chauvinist male society has actually changed throughout the past years, even on the social level, Dr.
Definitely. That is, before it was like there is a kind of a space she has to move on. And she cannot break such a rule, or there is some limitation. Right now we have no limit. We have all the kind of opportunity to improve that. The women, she has all the right to be in such a position. Governor, Constitution, I'm sorry, the prosecution, whatever is in our, even the ministry, we have 8 women in the ministry, last ministry. So this is the highest level of
participation, the highest number of women ministers to participate in the cabinet.
Right. This is what kind of, that's improved, that the women is doing very well.
Yes. Do you agree that the new republic, actually, Dr. Hana, is representing the golden era for Egyptian women who assume actually unprecedented posts as Egypt's first country in the world which launched a strategy for empowering women?
You know, there is, for example, in 2021, the first phase of virtual training program. It's called the National Program of Women Leaders.
Yes.
This is what we are looking for, and we are right now. We have the first phase is 150 women to be in leadership and to have all the skills and experience to be in such a leadership. So this is one of the benefits of making the woman in the market.
Indeed. Dr. Hana will go to a short break, and after that we'll be back to continue our interview, our dear viewers. A short break, and after that we'll be back with the Daily Debate. Thank you.
The government of Egypt, the Ministry of International Cooperation and the National Council for Women and the European Union launched the Women's Empowerment Program, Tamkeen, in partnership with the governments of Italy and Spain, together with the UN in Egypt, namely the UN Women, UNFPA and UNICEF, through supporting the realization of the objectives of the National Strategy for the Empowerment of Egyptian Women 2030 and Egypt's Sustainable Development Strategy Vision 2030. The program aims at achieving an accelerated progress in gender equality and at strengthening the empowerment of women in Egypt. Tamkeen is a 3-year program that will be implemented within the framework of the EU-Egypt's partnership priorities with an EU contribution of €10 million. Through supporting the achievement of the objectives of the National Strategy for the Empowerment of Egyptian Women 2030 and Egypt's Sustainable Development Strategy Vision 2030, the program aims at achieving an accelerated progress in gender equality and at strengthening the empowerment of women in Egypt. Led by the National Council for Women and implemented of the Tamkeen program, will further contribute to enhancing capacities and skills of women and girls to raise public awareness about their empowerment. Tamkeen consists of 3 projects. One will be implemented under the UN Resident Coordinator in partnership with UN Women, UNFPA and UNICEF, and the other 2 will be implemented in partnership with the Italian Agency for Development Cooperation and Spanish Agency for International Development Cooperation, respectively. Within the framework of this new program, an innovative approach for establishing an Egyptian-Italian fashion design school for women and girls will be adopted. Additionally, through the partnership with the Spanish Agency for International Development Cooperation, the project will contribute to enhancing women's socio-economic empowerment in Upper Egypt through digital and green solutions. The program is targeting young women and adolescent girls, women of reproductive age, women in the informal economy, and women and girls living with disabilities. The Minister of International Cooperation, Rania Al-Mashat, highlighted that women's empowerment constitutes a key pillar of cooperation with multilateral and bilateral development partners. She noted the Tamkeen project is a model for constructive cooperation and takes on a multi-stakeholder approach implemented by the government with international partners to accelerate progress. Minister Mashat applauded efforts exerted with all partners in project implementation, acknowledging their diversity in various fields. She expressed gratitude to the United Nations in its various agencies, the European Union and embassies of Spain and Italy for their continuous cooperation and coordination to achieve progress in priority pillars to enhance the state's vision and developmental agenda. Meanwhile, in her remarks, Dr. Maya Morsi, head of the National Council for Women, said the program is considered a continuation of the government of Egypt's tireless efforts to empower women, thanks to the political will of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, which has laid a strong foundation to accelerate progress towards achieving women's empowerment. She also highlighted the program aims at enhancing the rights and opportunities of women and girls in various fields by increasing their participation in leadership positions, promoting access to their social and economic rights, reducing their exposure to the risk of violence, including harmful practices. She also welcomed the program partners and emphasized such partnerships and joint efforts contribute to sharing experiences, which leads to fruitful results, similar to what other programs and projects have managed to achieve, particularly around enhancing women's empowerment and protection.
Welcome back. Continuing our debate about women empowerment with our dear guest in the studio, Dr. Hana Al-Kayali, information technology expert. Dr. Hana, the strategy envisions that by the year 2030, Egyptian women will become active contributors to the achievement of sustainable development. How can such actually target be realized through guaranteeing women constitutional rights and full protection and providing them with all the political, social, economic, judicial, all the rights on all the different fronts?
For example, we have this for the first time in Egypt history. We have 11 women were appointed as a public prosecutor in 21 and 22. This is one of the remarkable job or remarkable event for the women. They have taken a training program for such a job, and right now we have like 137 judges. This is a remarkable number that has been not yet been before for women to be as a judge. And of course the state councillor, the public prosecution, we have right now public prosecution in women. This has not happened before, and this is kind of achieved for a woman and empowering the women here in Egypt.
Indeed. Doctor, no official political speech in all local and international forums by President Sisi was devoid of praising actually the Egyptian women. How has Egypt's experience in the field of empowering women and its achievement of gender equality has become subject of admiration and international praise worldwide?
You know, there are now in every conference, in every kind of level of governmental issue there is a number of women that is presented equally with the men. And we don't want to say men and women because they are already the equal of the rights under the Constitution. So what we have right now, we have a lot of high ministry for women. We have 28% in the permanent. We have a lot of new kind of, for example, the public prosecution has been improved as well. The woman, she can do it. The judge, the 44% of the human rights, national human rights, has been as well for the share of women. And we have a lot of consideration when we are dealing with the kind of files. There is a part of for women.
Doctor, what is the role here played by Women's Empowerment Program Tamkeen in achieving accelerated and progress in gender equality and strengthening the empowerment of women?
This is very important program, Tamkeen, that it has give the opportunity for the female, the women in general, to be a part of the political decision, to be in the political role in different area, whatever is needed. There is a kind of percentage. We don't say percentage. A qualified female has been presented through this kind of program, Tamkeen.
Yes, indeed. How has actually Tamkeen program, which is implemented in actually partnership with between Egypt and the European Union, especially Italy and Spain and the United Nations, helped in achieving objectives of the National Strategy for Empowerment of Egyptian Women 2030 and Egypt's Sustainable Development Strategy Vision for 2030 as well?
The strategy for 2030 that has been already making the kind of approach for women, to make the kind of programming that help the woman, empowering the woman, make such a huge impact on our social life and how we can improve our lifestyle even, make it more educational, make the things that in the ground, how to make the kind of decisions in the political that's not ignoring like 50% of our population as a woman, if we are saying. So this kind of programming help even for the loans, how she can do investment to make money or small projects, how to improve their managing the money. Right now we have something like tahwisha. This is for the lower standard of the people that approaching them, so how they can deal with money and the economics. So this is the small wheels, but still it comes with the big wheels of the economic of the Egypt.
There is a complete here integration.
Right.
Yes. Doctor, led by the National Council for Women, how will the three-year program further contribute to enhancing the capacities and the skills of women and girls and to raising the public awareness about their empowerment?
You know, such a program, it's very important to make the knowledge and to make the light how the woman, she can, or not how, give the woman the light to make their own decision and to not be afraid or fearness of how I'm going to do that. So we are giving them the solution or a program that improve their skills and the vision. We are going to give the woman to make it like a project for itself and make it such a light for other people or other women. So this kind of programs, whenever there is a program for women, it's all whole support the female, how to become a partnership in Egypt. It's not only a housewife. Housewife is very good job. It's a very important job, but still we need her to be awareness how to deal with the money, investment, a project, whatever she needs, even from home, small projects, all this kind of field that she needs to be a confident and to make it such, as I said before, small one, but still it's come with a huge impact of the statistic economy.
Yes, indeed. To what extent Tamkeen will actually contribute to enhancing the women's socio-economic empowerment in Upper Egypt through the digitalization and the green solutions?
You know, right now we have a path or a vision for the green fuel or a green life. And for example, for the Upper Egypt, we have to more concentrate on this kind of area because they have already abandoned for a long time, and right now it's the full opportunity for them to make such a change in their economy as a Upper Egypt and make this. You know, the women here, there is the cultures and the habits, and we need to change this kind of regularity of job. We need to break this change and make a variety, a new one, can be improved with their life and our economy.
Yes. Doctor, how can the program actually, Tamkeen, contribute to help women hold the leading position at work, in addition to raising their awareness about the issues related to their empowerment and how to defend their own rights, which is very important?
This is kind of the program that we are not like lecturing or educating, more sophisticated information for the woman that has to be aware where is her right. Because sometimes she can do it, but she feels, or I can't, or it's not allowed. So this kind of program, Tamkeen, give the opportunity for all women, whatever is the age, whatever is the level of the education level, that give her the chance to make the change in her life and our economy in Egypt.
Yes. Doctor, how far the state is in bad need to such a program, which actually is targeting young women and adolescent girls, women of different ages, women in informal economy, and women and girls living in with certain disabilities as well?
Yeah, this is, Of course, you know, the president has
Yes.
all the attention for the disability, and we have a lot of achieved or
Indeed.
programming for supporting them and make them worker a part of Egypt, not like a silent one. No, they are not anymore a silent one. They are already working with the community, with our program, and for women, whatever its age, and what kind of level of education, still she has the opportunity and the chance to make something else in her life and in Egypt.
Indeed. From your point of view, is Tamkeen program is considered a continuation to Egypt's tireless efforts to empower women throughout the past years, thanks to the political will? Is it a continuation for this program? And
Right.
we would need, from your point of view, Doctor, more programs with different partnership with
You know,
different
as I
international
have said,
entities.
as I have said before, we have like Women Leading the Future
Yes.
program. We have the NPWL, that's the National Program of Women Leaders.
Yes.
We have a lot of kind of programs right now in Egypt dealing with the different needs for our government or the leadership or the ministry. Whatever is needed has been through a program right now and a training to apply for it and get the job and make this kind of, it's like a dream. You know, this, you have to change it in very slow one, but it will impact after 5-10 years from now. You will see a huge impact from these small programs, and with any kind of partnership we have, for example, right now Tamkeen with Spain and Italy.
Can we say that Tamkeen, Doctor, is a project which is modeling for constructive cooperation and takes on actually a multi-stakeholder approach implemented by the government with actually international partners and different progress toward the cooperation with
Definitely, this is a contribution. Yes, it's continuing a program and make a huge chance for empowering women and make the chance for every woman, whatever her age or her education. It will make her something out of her, whatever is it. Is a small business, is handicraft, ministry, leadership. The Tamkeen is give the more for the lower and make it more higher.
Actually, on a related matter, Egypt has introduced many policies and programs to support women and girls, the education of women and girls. How can these programs and policies assist women to become more successful entrepreneurs and community leaders, and to improve their health and prevent their acceptance or of any form of harassment or abuse?
You know, right now it's the things is already in social media, and it has been approached in different view or different link to the women, and most of the program is already has been improved the quality of the educations. And right now, for example, we have like 56% of the doctors and masters from women. So that's kind of what we need. We need more progress from women to achieve something, but still we are looking for the lower education, the lower standard of life, to become a more educatable and change the awareness, let's say, awareness that we are fully capable to do whatever is needed for her area or in her life. This is Tamkeen. Tamkeen is something, a chance right now to make the women more empowering and emerge in the community.
Yes, actually the National Council for Women prepared the National Strategy for Empowerment of Egyptian Women 2030. How can the strategy actually achieve the goals within the framework of Sustainable Development Goals and in line with Egyptian vision for 2030?
Look, this kind of program,
Yes.
what we have said before, the WNLB, the Women Program for Women Leaders, this is what a kind of program that it's like a dream. I mean, you mean Tamkeen or any kind of program that
Yes.
is approached right now in the market for the Egyptian women has the opportunity to make the things happen, whatever is the goal is. We have different goals, even from person to person, from community to community. So with this kind of programs is very helpful and make the chance to be happened in real life, in reality, in the ground.
Yes, indeed. Finally, Dr. Hana, to summarize this, the women empowerment in the past 11 years, in few words, how do you see that these achievements, and how do you see the future till our vision Egypt 2030?
Yeah, I mean, this era, with the attention of Mr. President Sisi,
yes,
it's a huge impact. I mean, there is a lot of, if you want to make a statistic, if you need the numbers, you will be amazed about how much difference between this 10 years and before, the percentage of participating the woman, the female, during the all kind of category or the jobs, governmental, counselor, persecution, judge, name it. You will see a huge, big difference numbers. It's like a double or triple of the numbers that has been before 10 years from now.
Indeed, Dr. Hana Al-Kayali, our information technology expert, thank you so much for being our guest for today. It was a real pleasure.
Nice to have you. Thank you to have me.
Thank you, sir. And with that, our dear viewers, we come to the end of this edition of the Daily Debate. Till tomorrow with another quiz. Goodbye. Many thanks for watching.